Ridge, the man who has always been the center of Brooke's love life, once again turns his back on her to return to Taylor. This is not the first time Brooke has faced a rift in her relationship with Ridge, but each separation leaves a new wound in her heart. This time, losing Ridge is not only the end of a relationship but also the loss of hope for love and the future of the two. Brooke is used to this cycle, but that does not mean she does not feel pain. Even the pent-up emotions can put her in a dangerous state, leading to impulsive decisions that push her life into a new, unstable spiral. After the breakup, Brooke can choose to overcome it by focusing on her career. As the next CEO of Forrester Creations, Brooke has the opportunity to prove herself in a leadership role. Not only does her career bring her power and success, it also helps her focus on bigger goals instead of letting her emotions dominate her, but the question is whether her career is enough to fill the void that Ridge left in her heart. Success at work can bring pride and self-esteem, but it cannot replace the feeling of being loved and shared. This puts Brooke in a difficult position, as she must find a way to balance dealing with personal loss and shouldering the responsibility of a leader. One of the biggest fears for those around Brooke is the possibility that she will turn to alcohol to numb the pain. Brooke has struggled with alcoholism in the past and overcome it with extraordinary effort. But now, with the pressure of loss and the heavy responsibility of her career, the risk of relapse may return. Spoilers show that if Brooke starts to fall into alcoholism, this will be an important turning point in her story. The images of Brooke alone with a glass of wine in her hand, trying to find temporary comfort, are not only touching, but also set the stage for new dramatic events. In the context of Brooke, possibly at her weakest, Deacon may appear as an unexpected savior. Deacon, who has had a complicated relationship with Brooke, will recognize the warning signs early and feel the need to intervene. This is not only an act of saving an old friend, but also an opportunity for Deacon to prove that he has changed and is ready to become a better person. Deacon can provide Brooke with emotional support, helping her through her most difficult times. However, will their relationship stop at the level of friends, or will it develop into something deeper? This will open up a new and exciting direction for the story. Brooke's life, at this point, is like a crossroads with many paths. She can choose the path of strength and independence, proving that she doesn't need Ridge to survive. Or she can fall into a state of weakness, resorting to bad habits and needing help from those around her to get back on her feet. What happens next will depend on Brooke's choice. Will she become a strong woman, overcoming all the challenges? Or will she be dragged into a spiral of pain and self-destruction? As Brooke struggles with deep sadness and risks falling into a dark path, the special bond between her and Bill can become the only ray of light or the fire that burns everything down. Brooke and Bill have long had a special connection, with Bill, with his strength and determination, always being ready to stand by Brooke in difficult times. However, this relationship is a two-sided one. The deep empathy between the two can be a great source of comfort for Brooke as she struggles with grief and loss, but it also poses the risk of crossing the line of friendship. Spoilers reveal that if Brooke once again succumbs to the temptation of alcohol, Bill may be the only one to pull her back from the abyss. But will Bill let his emotions take over in the process of helping Brooke? Where will their relationship lead if both of them cannot control their surging emotions? One of the factors that makes this story more dramatic is Katie's participation. Katie is also the woman who once gave her heart to Bill, but the relationship between Katie and Bill is always haunted by the ghost of Brooke. Katie has tried to forgive and forget the past, but what happens next may hurt her again. If Katie discovers that Bill and Brooke have a more intimate relationship than allowed, her jealousy will explode. Katie will not only confront Bill, but also directly drag Brooke out to confront him. The scene where Katie slaps Brooke is not only the peak of her anger but also an expression of her deep disappointment at being betrayed by her own sister. After a tense confrontation with Brooke, the question is, what will Katie do next? Will she forgive Bill and try to mend the relationship, or will she turn to Carter, the man who gave her a sense of security and trust? This crisis could put Katie in a difficult position where she has to choose between love and loyalty. If Katie feels betrayed and hurt too deeply, she may betray Brooke by turning her back on her sister and seeking comfort from Carter. This will not only put the relationship between the two sisters at a standstill, but also complicate the relationship between Katie and Carter. Meanwhile, Brooke is facing a big challenge. Her sadness and emptiness could lead to self-destructive actions. If Brooke turns to alcohol to forget everything, this will not only be a personal failure but also seriously affect the relationships around her. Can Brooke overcome the temptations and find herself, or will she fall into a spiral of weakness? Brooke's actions will not only determine her fate, but will also deeply affect her relationships with Katie, Bill, and others. The story revolves around Brooke, Bill, and Katie, and promises to be emotional and unexpected. Each character faces difficult choices, and their decisions will have unpredictable ripple effects. Will Brooke continue to fight to find her balance, or will she succumb to weakness and destroy everything she has worked so hard to build?